Good morning, or afternoon, or good night, or whatever it is where you live. But out here in northern Dalsland, it is morning. It's a quiet, calm, beautiful, frosty morning. There's a hunting dog, maybe 300-400 meters away from me. Well, I thought it would be a good time for me to challenge myself a bit and to treat myself with some alone time. I am a father of 3 children. I have a dog, and I think it's like 16 chickens. I have a wife, and I'm really thankful for that, the life I live. But I think we can all agree that sometimes you just need to go out in the woods all alone with yourself and just exist. So I guess this is my version of going out on a weekend golfing with your friends or something. And I thought, why not combine business and pleasure? Not business, but I'm going to make a little video here of me spending 24 hours in the woods with myself and the hunting dog. And I thought, how can I make this a bit more exciting for myself than just to take out the tent and the best outdoor clothes that I have and the thickest sleeping bag. I thought, what was the train of thought? I felt that I needed to challenge myself a bit. I needed to, make myself feel a bit alive. I reflected about that a bit. Like, in my old life, I used to be a firefighter, and I competed in martial art, for example. So I had these like ingredients in my life where now and then I felt maybe I'm about to die now. I think you get what I'm saying. I felt like life was just I was exposed to more messed up, raw life situations just some years ago in my life, and now I've kind of left a lot of that behind me, and I focus on being a father and living out in the woods. But I still have this little urge inside me, to feel a bit alive and feel the pulse go up, and I think every man knows what I'm talking about. Now life is much about working and raising kids, and I appreciate not worrying about me dying at work, for example, now, or someone breaking my back in some martial art competition. I feel that chapter is I left that chapter, and I'm proud of that chapter, and I'm ready for a new chapter in my life. But come on, I think we all need to get out of our comfort zone a bit from time to time, right? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I got an idea that, oh, I should go out in the woods for 24 hours. And that was like a week ago. And now we're here. I just need this. I need to be cold, I need to be wet, and I need to lay under the stars and listen to the animals around me. Not more complicated than that, but yeah. What I was about to say, that for me to make this a bit more exciting, I thought, why not have like normal clothes on me? Something that I would wear on like every day when I'm out walking my dog or something. And I thought that could be a fun challenge for me. And I thought about the TV show The Last of Us. I thought like, yeah, something like that type of clothing. Just regular clothes. So, to make this just a bit more exciting for myself and maybe for you, because yeah, maybe I will freeze to death out here, who knows. It's in the middle of the winter in Sweden, so we can work up here. I have this to protect my neck. I have just an undershirt on me, long sleeve, and I have a flannel shirt. And let's see, let's go down. Look at my groin here. Just blue jeans and a Bowie knife and a pair of gloves. And on my feet I have a pair of course, a good pair of boots. I'm spoiling myself here a bit, like I'm spoiling myself with the boots and wool socks. Maybe that's a bit lame, but yeah, let's not make it too exciting. I don't want to walk around here. It's early morning now, and I'm going to be home like tomorrow morning. I don't want to walk around with wet feet. But anyway, I know a lot of these videos are completely silent and you just record someone doing shit, and I'm gonna yeah, I like to be silent also, but I guess I'm a talkative person. I like to express myself, and let's do some combination of this. Some silence, and then me sometimes maybe reflect about whatever. But to sum it up, I felt that I needed to do something like this, just to recalibrate myself. Being alone out in the woods for 24 hours, I mean, it's not so long, but it's good for me. I can already feel the nature has a calming good effect on me. But you know what? I need to build a shelter. So that's my first plan. I need to build a shelter, and I need to stay dry. And after I built the shelter, my job for the day is to gather shitloads of firewood. And yeah, I can see some snow here, I can see some water. I did not bring any food, or I did not bring any water with me, so I need to work here for some hours, then I'm gonna go get some water. Get a fire going. So yeah, I got my clothes. I got a vest with me also. I was thinking about bringing a jacket, but nah, let's go with this and a vest. And I got a sleeping bag. I bought a sleeping bag for $5 at a second-hand store. It's not a 4 season back sleeping bag, but my plan today is to rely on the fire. I was planning on bringing no sleeping bag, but my good friend told me that you know that you can die, so yeah. And I when I come home tomorrow to my family, my wife is working, so I'm still gonna be home with the kids all day long. So I need to, you know, I don't want to be too much of a mess when I come home. I got shit to do tomorrow. Maybe not so smart, but yeah, makes it more real. So now I'm gonna show you the camping site and how I thought when I planned this. Okay, we can begin. Yeah, my daughter painted my nails, so looks very good, right? Down here we have a small forest lake, really small. It's frozen, so I can't really get any water from there. Here we have, it's open here. They have cut down the trees. Yeah, here we got my equipment. I don't know the English word of this. Liggunderlag, sleeping bag, something to boil the water in, some paracord, and my vest. I got an extra pair of socks in there, and I got a beanie. And down here, my friends, we have a water flow. This is where I will get my water. And the plan is, oh, look at this scenery. It's not really, it's a bit cloudy, but you can, the sun is at least touching there a bit. So my plan is to build my camp here, between those trees. I'm not 100% sure yet what type of shelter I'm going to build, but first I'm going to clear this area of stuff, and yeah, let's start with that. You know the term improvise and adapt, overcome. Yeah. I've heard there's 2 hunting dogs in this area. They have, I think maybe as close as they were like 300 meters from me. Now they are a bit further away, but there's a lot of people hunting now this time of the year and in this area where I live, so a bit of change of plans. I found some fallen trees that I was about to chop up with my Bowie knife and start with the shelter, but I don't really want to make so much noise, disturb the hunt. So I'm going to start by collecting firewood instead. That is the boring part. Building a shelter is pretty fun. Gathering firewood is boring. So I'm going to start by doing that instead. And I'm going to start by collecting dry branches, dead branches from trees, like as layer 1. And then I'm going to work my way up, and I'm going to need some logs for the night, because it's going to snow like a motherfucker apparently this night. But so, spend a couple of hours now gathering firewood, and then hopefully the hunters are gonna be tired and cold and make a fire and grill some hot dogs soon. So, see you in a while when I got some more firewood. Yeah, still hunting dogs out. Take a look at this. Take a look at this nature. Let's go for a little walk here in the woods. There's an old tractor road here, like what do you call it? Timber path, timber road. a good rule of thumb, they say, when it comes to firewood is that when you think you had enough firewood, you should double that amount of firewood. Then you are done with the firewood. There's probably some wisdom to that, because it makes sense. I mean, gathering firewood, it's not the funniest thing you do, not the most boring either though, but I guess it's easy for the brain to be lazy and think like, well, now it's enough. But that type of laziness, when you are out like this in the woods and you need to prepare yourself for sleeping outdoors when it's gonna snow and become minus degrees, that type of laziness, that it's probably enough firewood, that type of laziness does not belong in the woods. That type of laziness does not belong in a survival situation. That is stupidity. And you gotta just be mindful of yourself and your own thoughts, like, when am I lazy and stupid, and when are my thoughts making sense? Look at this. Huh. That looks pretty cool. This is probably a troll stone. My daddy told me that when I was a kid. If you see a big stone in the woods, it's probably the trolls who have thrown them. There you see another troll stone. You know, trolls like to throw rocks, big ass stones in the woods. They do it for fun. But yeah, as I was saying, you gotta know yourself, and and you gotta listen closely to your thoughts, because when you start to become maybe a bit cold, a bit hungry, thirsty, wet, whatever it is that you get exposed to out in the woods, when that happens to you, your brain will start to want to do shortcuts. Right? It's the same in everything in you. It's the same in everyday life. You are hungry, you are tired, whatever it is, you take shortcuts, right? But out here it's maybe more visible, because it's so calm, it's so quiet, there's no stress. So I can hear my thoughts more clearly than in like everyday life, where you deal with work and colleagues and kids and whatever it is in life. I've been gathering firewood here for over an hour. I'm making 3 piles, small, medium and large. And yeah, I got nothing else to do. So even if my brain would want to tell me that, oh, you probably have enough now, it's boring to gather firewood, do something else. What else am I gonna do? What else am I gonna do out here? It's good to just do something. It's nice. Walk around here, listening to nature, just moving, thinking, reflecting, having a good time. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep looking for firewood, and when I stop hearing the dogs, I'm gonna start building my shelter. See you in a while, my friend. There we go, my friends. This is pile number 1. This needs to be a bit bigger. Pile number 2, I think that is big enough. And pile number 3. Will this get me through the night? No, is the correct answer to that, but it's a good beginning. It is a good beginning, depending on how cold I want to be, of course. Now I gotta start building my shelter. The hunting dogs is further away, and I really need to start with the shelter. I got maybe 3 hours more of sunlight, and yeah, it's been quite nice just walking around here gathering firewood. But it's gonna be fun to build a shelter now, some variation. I drank some water from the small river there. That was stupid, maybe? No. Come on. No problem. Soon I'm gonna make a small fire and boil some water. But first, the foundation to the shelter. I found the birch tree over here that I'm gonna use as a frame. I'm thinking something super simple, just two I don't know, super simple solution. Then the boring part after that is collecting all the pine wood branches, but I've seen some fallen ones. Here we have the birch tree. This is perfect. This is perfect. Let's see. Whoops. The buoy is really good. I'm impressed. Yet again. Long live the buoy knife. Good. There we have the frame or the shelter. And before I'm gonna start building the frame, I gotta go get some branches, because that is the boring part, and I'd rather do that boring shit now when I still have sunlight than later. See you! Fun begins. Time to build a shelter. The most common mistake that I do when I build shelters, or that I have done during my life, is that I build them too high. I think I want to have a lot of space, blah blah blah. Sure, that is great when you do it on the spring, the fall or the summer. But now I want it to be as low as possible, and so I can keep the heat in there. But of course not too low. Not too low. I'm pushing that down in the ground there. Yeah, too low. Maybe. Maybe. I gotta put some branches here. I just realized and remembered that there's gotta be snow. So you gotta be able to deal with some weight, right? There we go. Some water. Got a little fire going. Gonna dry up my clothes a bit myself. Dry up some firewood. And yeah. The time is 5 minutes to 1. 50 past 12. And I've been moving non-stop since early this morning. Feels good. Very satisfying activities just to go gather shit, because everything I gather is gonna affect how this night's sleep turns out. So it's not hard to find motivation there. But now I feel like I need to drink like 1 liter of water at least, dry up my clothes a bit, and I'm gonna try to take a nap in the shelter and yeah, keep the fire going, but not using too much fuel. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm not hungry yet. I haven't eaten. I feel zero hunger. That is nice. I ate like crazy yesterday, so yeah. There's a fire going here. Can I place the water there? Ooh. Yeah. Time to take a look at the shelter, I guess. I'm gonna gather more of them, maybe twice as many or double the amount. And yeah, cozy, right? Not so advanced. Hopefully it will be strong enough to withstand the snow, if now the snow comes. If I'm really unlucky, it's temperature is I wish for cold this night. Let's just put it like that. I pray for the gods that it's going to be freezing temperature, because if it's not, that means it's gonna rain. That's gonna suck. God damn. Yeah. Time to boil some water, drink some water, dry my clothes a bit, and take a nap. You want to see something really fucking satisfying? I don't know if it's visible, but moist. Moist. Steam. Oh. I put my head in the shelter maybe for 10 minutes. It was nice. Really nice. But yeah, I can't lay there all day long. I need to get more firewood. So I'm thinking now that I should explore here a bit, explore the area. It's very beautiful around here in the woods, and I feel no stress. I feel zero stress. Fire is on, the water is boiled, the clothes are drying up. So I gotta go look for some bigger logs that can burn during the night. Yeah, so far it's been a really great day. I enjoy every second out here. Ooh, here's a tree that I can take. There are some more things I can take. Yeah. I thought I saw something. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep looking for shit. And dry my clothes. So talk to you in a while. Oh, life is good. Life is good. Half a liter of water in my belly. Been laying in the shelter a while, heating myself up. Have a snooze. Feels good. I mean, if I can have a fire like this going, similar like that. I haven't, put that much on it now. I don't want to waste my resources now during daytime, but if I can have a fire like that going, I don't think I will need a sleeping bag. Sure. Imagine it's let's say it's gonna be 7 degrees colder than it is now, right now. Maybe 10. Sure, let's say 10 degrees colder. I'm laying here now, super comfortable, only with this shirt on. I also have the undershirt and the vest and a beanie with me and gloves. It would be nice to try at least. I have a small blanket in my backpack. No wool blanket, just a regular blanket. I thought that would be nice to have on top of the where I lay. But I'm not sure. Well, it would be cool to sleep without a sleeping bag. Maybe just use the blanket. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah. It feels good being out here. I am very relaxed. I feel very good in myself. But even if, this is what is so good with doing something like this. Something that is so good, like, let's say you have certain areas in your life where you maybe, you think about your finances, you think about your kids, you think about your health, you think about your parents' health, you think about the fucking war in Russia, Ukraine, whatever you think about. Like, we all have certain things that takes our attention from time to time, and maybe some certain things that gives us anxiety when we think about them, or whatever kind of lose. No, what's the word? I know the word in Swedish, like yeah, okay, bear with me. You have knots in your brain that bug you. Knots that you need to loosen up, right? Getting away like this, just you, yourself, your thoughts, just a campfire. Perfect opportunity to loosen up some of these knots. Some knots we have in our brain, they should not even be there. They don't make sense. They are just annoying. But give yourself time to sit and reflect about this experience, life. Really good. And when I do that now, I lay there and reflect and think, like, I don't have that many knots in my life at the moment. And that feels good. Sure, like I can, if I want to, make the war in Ukraine a super big knot. The Russian bear close to us. But, the things you can control, the things you have in front of your face, your hands, your feet. Those knots. And that is a good reminder to myself that this new life that I'm living out on the countryside with my family, it's working. It's a lifestyle that gives me less knots in my brain. Many years ago, I had, for many years in my life, I had more than one job. I worked as a firefighter, I worked as an educator, I worked as a coach, I had a lot of different jobs, but almost for 10 years I had 2 or more jobs. Just that, for example, and then living in a small town with a lot of people everywhere. I have dealt with a lot of stress in my life. That's what I'm trying to say. Stress that I have created myself, and stress that other people have created on me, but mostly myself. So some years ago we took the decision to move away from that life, or we moved location and everything else just came with it, I could say. So what is it that I'm trying to say? I lay here in the middle of the fucking woods on a Sunday, and when I close my eyes, I don't feel that I'm like chasing myself. I'm not stressed. I don't feel anxiety. I don't have any phone call I should have done. I don't have an email box that is filling up. I don't have a stressful week that starts tomorrow. Not at all stressful week that starts tomorrow. I'm going to be home with kids, and then I'm going to work the weekend though. Like a crazy person, I'm going to squeeze in all my job in, like working 24/7 the entire weekend instead. That's how I'm laying this puzzle, and that works good for me. I can focus on the family on the week and on the evenings and weekends and shit like that. Just work like a crazy person instead. Like it's me and Batman. Yeah. When all the other people go home from work, I go to work. When they sleep, I work. Whatever it is, it's just a different solution to the puzzle. I rather work less days, but longer hours then suits me well. And I'm glad that I figured that out. Yeah. So just so far in this little me time adventure, if I'm gonna sum it up, feels really great. I'm happy that I did this now. I am really happy. So, what's the plan for the evening? Or evening? I mean, the time is 3:30. I'm gonna put some more firewood on here. Enough that I could lay and chill for, maybe 1-2 hours maybe. That would be nice. Maybe fall asleep a bit. I also need to be smart with the water. Like one step ahead of myself. The water needs to cool down. I don't want to be low on fluids. That's gonna mess up my experience out here. But so far, like doing this is in normal clothes. Come on. Come on, what is the problem? This is... Sure, the weather gods have been really friendly today, but instead of having waterproof pants, for example, I just need to dry myself up and be really, really mindful on how I move and don't expose myself to unnecessary risks, becoming wet and cold. Simple as that. Yeah, I gotta record a podcast also. That's on my to-do list. But yeah, sorry for not making too much of an exciting video here, but I just took you along with me. Yeah. Talk to you later. Take a look at that fire, my friends, and all the dry firewood next to it. I was getting a bit too relaxed in there before, and I saw it started glowing on this the big pile. Whew. That would have sucked pretty hard if that started burning now. Then I'm screwed. It's gonna be a chilly night. Wow. But yeah, it's getting darker outside. It's getting colder outside. But yeah, I'm just sitting, having a good time. I don't know what else to record, actually. To be honest, now it's just, yeah, enjoy nature, enjoy the silence, enjoy my epic fire. Not much else to do. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna go get some more firewood. I'm expecting to okay, let's say before I try to go to bed. When I go to bed, I fill that fucking fireplace with logs, and let's say that burn for intensely. Let's say it burns for 4 hours intensely with a good glow. I'm probably gonna wake up in the middle of the night. It's gonna be chilly, and I need to refill it again. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna fill the main fire here now, make that larger so I have that one glowing for some more hours. Save the dry wood. Yeah, so I got a plan. I'm just rambling here. I'm a bit tired, to be honest. It's a little bit early to fall asleep now. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night well rested. Probably not gonna happen, but yeah, ramble out. Let's get some more firewood that I'm gonna lay and just relax in the shelter. Yeah.